welcome back to this little sew along. In this episode we're going to be doing all of our little finishings, which basically boil down to three parts, okay? So you're going to have to hand sew, or at least I like hand sewing that lining, the bodice lining to the garment. And how I do this is I thread up a needle. I usually use DMC 50 weight thread, but choose whatever thread you want to use. And I will go through, I will hide my tail. I generally do that by going through like a little seam or like the placket or whatever, but I'll hide that tail somehow. I'll knot on by making a loop, going through that loop like once or twice, and then I will sew that folded edge down using the machine stitches. So I will go through a machine stitch, get to my fabric, get a couple threads of my fabric, go to a machine stitch, get a couple threads of my fabric, and I'll just keep doing this until the lining is sewn down. And then to tie off, I do the same sort of manner. I will like make a loop, go through the loop a couple times, and then I will send my needle through a placket or a seam, whatever's nearby that I can hide that tail in, and then I will trim that off. And that's that. The second thing that you need to do is you need to figure out how to close that back. So before I had little ones, I would do all sorts of like back closures. Everything from like buttonholes all the way to those little loops that are the loops that come on like an elastic thing. They're mainly used for like wedding dresses, but I use everything in between. Since having little ones though, I really prefer to have snaps. That is the easiest thing for a wiggly baby, and with very few exceptions I will use snaps. The very few exceptions are like if the garment is way high end, like a christening gown or something like that, where the baby's only going to be in it like maybe once or something, and you're just going to muscle through a buttonhole. But snaps are so much easier on a wiggly baby. So I will do hand sewn snaps. You can definitely do snap center snaps if you want, but I like hand sewn snaps better in the back closure. I think they're a little bit nicer, less bulk, whatever. And then if I want the look of a buttonhole, I will sew a buttonhole on the right side of that garment. And it's just if I want the look of a button, I will sew a button on the right side of that garment, and it's just a false button. So the third area now is to do the crotch, and I always grab Snap Source snaps. I can't remember what it's called. I think the tool is a Snap Setter and the company is a Snap Source. Anywho, I will grab these little suckers. They are wonderful for diaper changes. You just rip them open. It's no big deal. I have tried snap tape in the past, and if it's metal snap tape, like some snap tape has like fabric with the metal snaps, and that's all fine. It's a little bit cumbersome to install depending on how much band you have, like for tolerance. It's a little bit cumbersome. But if you have plastic snap setter, or not snap setter, if you have plastic snap tape, that those plastic snaps, if you bump them with your iron, it's a sad story. Speaking from experience, it no longer works, and it's just like I stay away from the plastic snap tape stuff, and I really like these Snap Setter snaps. I have a whole nother video on how to do that. It's an oldie, but a goodie as I call them. I have these really old videos on my channel now that are just like, they're a little bit of a hot mess looking back on them, because I've grown so much with my editing, and it's my old, generally they're my old marketing back in my Savannah days, but the information's still good. So I will link that down below. I really hope y'all had fun with this little sew along. I'm sorry I can't be more like, sit down at the sewing machine and sew like in real time and with y'all and chit chat and things like that, but I've got little ones, and one day they will not be so little, and that's fine, and we'll do more of the other stuff. Anywho, I hope this was fun. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you want to do this again, if you have suggestions on what pattern or whatever, by all means, I'm all ears. I just don't have a ton of time. Gosh. Anywho, I'm like backed up with video requests. So if you send me a video request, I'm working on it. I'm doing my best. I hope all is well with everybody. I know we've been cooped up for a long time, and yeah, we gotta go take a nap. Hope this was educational and fun and whatever, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.